Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, why am I the way I am? Why do I make certain decisions? Why do I prefer solitude over a bustling crowd or vice versa? Why do I process information the way I do? These questions are not mere curiosities, but reflections of our inherent desire to understand ourselves better. Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of personality types. In today's video, we are going to explore a psychological tool that has helped millions around the world understand themselves and others better, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI. So, let's take an enlightening journey of self-discovery and understanding together. And stay with us to find out your personality type later in this video. It's time to unravel the mystery with MBTI. If you've ever considered why you behave the way you do, or why you connect better with some people over others, the answer might just lie in your personality type. And one of the most widely recognized ways to explore this is through the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI. MBTI is a psychological instrument that helps us understand personality types. It's like a key to the human psyche, revealing how we perceive the world and make decisions. Born from the work of the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, the MBTI was further developed by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Myers. Their goal was to make the complexity of human personality understandable and relatable. Today, the MBTI is globally recognized and used in various fields such as psychology, education, career counseling, and personal development. It's a tool that helps us appreciate the diversity of human thought and behavior. By understanding our personality type, we can gain insights into our strengths, our preferences, and how we relate to others. But why is MBTI so popular? Well, it's because we all have an inherent curiosity about ourselves. We want to know why we think, feel, and act the way we do. Personality assessments like the MBTI offer a lens through which we can view our intrinsic patterns of behavior. However, it's important to remember that MBTI is not a definitive measure of who we are. It doesn't prescribe our destiny or limit our potential. Instead, it provides a framework to understand our natural inclinations and how we can leverage them to our advantage. So whether you're an extrovert who draws energy from social interaction, or an introvert who needs solitude to recharge, whether you make decisions based on logic or emotions, whether you prefer a planned life or thrive in spontaneity, the MBTI has something to offer. It's like a roadmap to self-discovery, helping us navigate our journey of personal growth. Understanding your personality type through MBTI could be the key to unlocking your potential. The roots of MBTI go deep into the early 20th century. The world was rapidly changing, and so were the ways people understood themselves and others. The birth of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, known as MBTI, was a response to this thirst for self-understanding. A mother-daughter duo, Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers, were the architects of this revolutionary tool. Catherine, an educator and an avid reader, was inspired by the works of Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who proposed theories about personality types. She began developing a system to help people understand their preferences and potential. Isabel, her daughter, joined her in this endeavor, bringing her pragmatism and dedication to the table. Their work was not just a hobby or a side project, it was a mission fueled by a belief in the potential for each individual to flourish if they understood their innate preferences. They painstakingly crafted a questionnaire based on Jung's theories, fine-tuning it through years of research and trials. In the early 1940s, they introduced their work to the world. It was a time when the world was at war, and understanding human behavior was of paramount importance. The MBTI was initially used by the military to assign roles based on individual strengths. But the true potential of the MBTI was not confined to the battlefield. It found its way into classrooms, corporations, counseling centers, and even living rooms. It became a tool for people to understand themselves and others better, to work more effectively, and to build stronger relationships. The MBTI was not just a personality assessment, it was a key to unlocking human potential. The widespread adoption of the MBTI was a testament to its effectiveness. Today, it is one of the most widely used personality assessments worldwide, with millions of people taking the test each year. Thus, a revolutionary tool for understanding human personality was born. The core of MBTI lies in 4 dichotomies that shape our personalities. We'll have a quiz that will help you begin to determine yours coming up soon. Dichotomies are contrasting pairs, and in the realm of MBTI, they represent the core aspects of our personality. Let's dive into each one. First up, we have extraversion versus introversion. This dichotomy is all about where you draw your energy from. If you're an extrovert, you're likely to gain energy from the outside world, people, activities, and things. On the flip side, if you're an introvert, you recharge by spending time alone or in quiet environments. Next up is sensing versus intuition. This pair is concerned with how you take in information. Sensing individuals are focused on the present and concrete details. They trust what is tangible and can be experienced with the senses. On the other hand, intuitive types are drawn to future possibilities and abstract ideas. They trust their gut feelings and see the big picture. The third dichotomy is thinking versus feeling. This pair relates to how you make decisions. Thinkers tend to make decisions based on logic, consistency, and objective analysis. Feelers, however, prioritize personal values and the impact on others, making decisions based on empathy and harmony. The final dichotomy is judging versus perceiving. This pair deals with how you approach the outside world. If you're a judging type, you prefer structure, order, and planning ahead. If you're a perceiving type, you're more spontaneous and flexible, preferring to keep your options open. Now let's talk about the 16 personality types. Each type is a unique combination of these 4 dichotomies, represented by a 4-letter code. For example, the INTJ type stands for introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. Each type has its own set of characteristics, strengths, and potential areas for growth. Understanding these 16 types can offer profound insights into our preferences and behaviors. For instance, an ENFP or extroverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving type would likely be energetic, imaginative, empathetic, and spontaneous. In contrast, an ISTJ or introverted, sensing, thinking, judging type may be quiet, practical, logical, and organized. It's crucial to remember that no type is better or worse than another. Each has its own strengths and challenges. The goal here isn't to box ourselves into a category, but to understand our natural inclinations and how they influence our behavior. Remember, MBTI is not about labeling or limiting ourselves. Instead, it's a tool to foster self-awareness and appreciation for diversity in thought and behavior. It helps us recognize our strengths, understand our potential blind spots, and appreciate the differences in others. These dichotomies give us a comprehensive framework to understand and appreciate our unique personalities. If you're ready to discover your personality type, the MBTI assessment can be your first step. We have a quiz here for you in just a few minutes to give you a quick start on finding yours. The MBTI assessment is a self-report questionnaire designed to make Jung's theory of psychological types understandable and practical. It's a journey of self-discovery that's as unique as you are. The process is simple, yet profound. You'll be presented with a series of statements, and your task is to indicate your agreement or disagreement on a scale. Now, it's crucial to answer these questions honestly and accurately. Don't answer based on how you think you should respond or how others might expect you to. This isn't a test with right or wrong answers. It's about understanding your natural preferences. Once you've completed the assessment, you'll receive a 4-letter code representing your personality type. Each letter corresponds to one of the 4 dichotomies we've discussed: extraversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving. This code is a gateway to understanding your preferences and how they influence your behavior. But remember, your MBTI type doesn't define you. It's a starting point for self-discovery, not a box to put you in. Each personality type represents a wide range of individual differences within its group. It's about acknowledging your strengths and areas for growth, not limiting your potential. There are also options for self-assessment. By reflecting on your behavior, preferences, and tendencies, you can gain insights into your personality type. This can be a valuable exercise in self-awareness, but it's important to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to explore. For those who prefer a structured approach, there are reputable online resources and official MBTI websites where you can take the assessment. These platforms have been designed to guide you through the process and ensure your results are as accurate as possible. Once you have your results, interpreting them is key. Your 4-letter code provides a wealth of information about your preferences. It can help you understand how you perceive the world, make decisions, and interact with others. It can shed light on your potential career paths, your communication style, and even your relationship dynamics. But the real magic happens when you use these insights for personal growth and development. Understanding your personality type can empower you to play to your strengths, address your challenges, and ultimately become the best version of yourself. It's a worthwhile journey that's not about fitting into a mold, but about understanding your unique self. Remember, there are no wrong answers, just different preferences. Knowing your personality type isn't just insightful, it's practical too. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI, is more than just a fun way to learn about ourselves. It has practical applications that can help us in our personal development, career planning, and understanding of workplace dynamics. Let's start with personal development and self-awareness. The MBTI helps us understand our natural inclinations and preferences. It's like a mirror that reflects our personality traits back to us. By knowing our strengths and areas for growth, we can focus our self-improvement efforts effectively. For instance, if you're an INFJ known as the protagonist, you might be great at connecting with others, but could work on being more patient. It's about understanding and embracing who you are, while also recognizing where you can grow. Next, let's talk about career planning. The MBTI can guide us towards careers that align with our personality type. For example, an ISTJ, often called the inspector, might thrive in a role that requires attention to detail, like auditing or project management. Meanwhile, an ENFP, known as the champion, might excel in creative roles that involve brainstorming and innovation. Of course, this doesn't mean you're limited to certain careers based on your type, but it can provide a useful starting point. Understanding workplace dynamics is another handy use of the MBTI. Ever wonder why some colleagues are more inclined to brainstorm out loud, while others prefer to mull over ideas independently? Or why some people are sticklers for deadlines, while others are more flexible? The MBTI can shed light on these tendencies. Understanding our co-workers' personality types can lead to better communication, increased empathy, and a more harmonious work environment. Speaking of communication, the MBTI can also provide insights into communication styles. For instance, an extrovert might prefer face-to-face interaction, while an introvert might favor written communication. A thinking type might appreciate directness and logic, while a feeling type might value tact and consideration of people's emotions. By understanding these preferences, we can adapt our communication to suit different personality types, improving our relationships both personally and professionally. And let's not forget about relationship dynamics. Whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, or a family bond, understanding each other's personality types can foster empathy and mutual respect. It can help us appreciate our differences instead of letting them become sources of conflict. For example, a judging type might need to understand that a perceiving type doesn't necessarily procrastinate, but prefers to keep their options open. In a nutshell, the MBTI is more than a personality test. It's a tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It can guide us in our career paths, help us navigate workplace dynamics, and improve our communication and relationships. MBTI can be a powerful tool in navigating your life and relationships. Now let's find out your personality type with a mini quiz that will give you an idea of your MBTI type. Ready? Let's dive in. Question 1. Do you prefer to spend your free time alone or with others? This question hints at the extraversion versus introversion dichotomy. Those who prefer spending time alone might lean towards introversion, while those who enjoy being with others might lean towards extraversion. Give yourself an E for extraversion or an I for introversion. Question 2. Do you focus more on the present or the future? This question touches on the sensing versus intuition dichotomy. Sensing types tend to focus on the present and concrete details, while intuitive types often look towards the future and the big picture. Give yourself an S for sensing or an N for intuition. Question 3. When making decisions, do you rely more on logic or feelings? This points to the thinking versus feeling dichotomy. Thinking types tend to make decisions based on logic and objective analysis, while feeling types often consider values and the impact on people. Give yourself a T for thinking or a F for feeling. Question 4. Do you prefer to have a plan or go with the flow? This question explores the judging versus perceiving dichotomy. Judging types usually prefer structure and having a plan, while perceiving types often prefer spontaneity and keeping their options open. Give yourself a J for judging or a P for perceiving. Now put those letters together in the order of the 4 questions for your 4-letter MBTI type. This exercise is not a comprehensive assessment, but these questions are a glimpse into the MBTI's intricate framework. For a more comprehensive understanding of your personality type, consider taking the full MBTI assessment. You can find it online. And remember, there are no right or wrong answers. It's all about understanding and embracing our unique personalities. We've looked at the fascinating world of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, a tool that has gained popularity for its insights into our personalities. This assessment, developed by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Myers, helps us understand ourselves and others in significant ways. We've looked into the 4 dichotomies that form the foundation of the MBTI: extraversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judging versus perceiving. These dichotomies help us understand the 16 distinct personality types, each with its own unique set of preferences and behaviors. We have also explored the process of taking the MBTI assessment, emphasizing the importance of honesty and accuracy in our responses. We've seen how self-assessment can be a powerful tool for personal growth, offering us a mirror to reflect on our behaviors, preferences, and tendencies. And we've mentioned that there are online resources available where we can take the MBTI assessment and start our journey of self-discovery. We've also discussed the practical applications of the MBTI, from personal development and self-awareness to career planning and workplace dynamics, and we've explained the MBTI as a valuable tool to help us understand personality better. As we move forward, let's take what we've learned and use it to explore our own personality types. Let's continue to learn about ourselves, to look deeper into our preferences and behaviors, to strive for growth and self-awareness. Let's remember that understanding ourselves is not a destination, but a journey, one that can lead us to greater empathy, compassion, and connection with others. Remember, understanding ourselves is the first step to understanding the world. To continue this journey of self-discovery, subscribe for more content on personality types. We focus on the 8 introverted MBTI types, and you can download our free ebook by the link in the description below. We're glad you're here. See you in the next video.